Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's, well, sort of a very different video here today. I actually went inside into the backyard garden now, and even though it's been chronically raining so heavily so far this summer, I actually found something quite beautiful I want to show you. It's this little moth that I've actually decided to capture by accident, and I think it's quite a very relatively common species of moth that I found in my backyard garden. They're very relatively common. I think it's lost its black and white sort of spotty patterns onto it, with a bit of orange in it. And I think those moths are quite common, as I said before, for the second time, sooner than later. I don't think it's a tiger moth. The moth I'm handling here, I believe, is a magpie moth. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know the moth enthusiasts are kind of a bit confused. They're going to crucify them and say, yeah, it's a different species or not. But this thing looks quite stunning. Trapped it inside of a plastic water bottle. It looked like as if it was drowning or something though, but and they are actually quite relatively common right in some of our backyard gardens. I need to do a bit more moth trapping one day because it will just help me somehow to try and explain and talk about all the different moths I have in my backyard garden. And it's just crawling right over my hands. Just how beautiful this thing is. It's such an amazing moth. How chronically fantastic this is. I think it's a magpie moth because it's got like black and white patterns on it. Or it might look like a tiger moth because it's got the tiger patterns on it, I think, if you look closely on the moth here, right? Yeah, I think so. I think on the underneath section, it's got a bit of, and it's still flying around, it's trying to flee away from my hands. It's lost a little bit of leg action because I accidentally tweaked it a bit too hard. Sorry about that. But that was my accident. Anyways, we've got just look how stunning these little critters are. They've got like a little, what do you call them? A proboscis on the front of the butterfly. I think it's a moth. Going by the looks of it, they do sort of mimic that of bees and wasps and hornets. But they are straightforward moths. They're quite beautiful critters. And somehow they're quite pretty much fascinating to have in your backyard garden. They're actually quite little critters. Quite common little blighters. I don't know if there's any more similar species of butterfly or moth which looks like that. They are quite beautiful whenever you look at them. They're very stunning when you see that though too. They're quite commonly found in like heather moorland, but also garden allotments and woodlands and stuff. It's quite a beautiful looking critter. Anyways, I'm about to just place it back into the wild, hey, because I can't have this thing just straining on my hands and stuff. I think it's probably wanted to take off. And it's crawling up towards my hand, hey. No, I just want this thing to just basically fly away. And I'm looking at you, bud. And still not trying to fly, hey. Oh my goodness me. I don't know when they're actually common. I think you can find them from around, well, of course, yes. You can find them around late August into the following June, as caterpillars, I think. I can't remember when do they actually fly. I can't remember. Maybe I need to search. When do they fly? I think it's this time of the year, isn't it? I'd say the beginning of June to early September, so that's when they're pretty much at that period. They're quite common where I live. I don't know if there's similar species to that, but that's definitely a magpie moth. I might be totally wrong, but it's got colours like that. It's quite a beautiful specimen somehow because it's got the underneath section on the bottom. It does have magpie moth-like colour attributes. And this thing is just, I don't know what to really say. It's just playing hard on me. It's not wanting to go. And apparently this moth, whoa, I think it's just taking a dive. I might have to probably place it back into nature. I think they do chase the light. Somehow I suppose so. It's quite a beautiful specimen. And what I might do is I'll place this moth back into the backyard garden or outside into Mother Nature, out in the rain and see how it goes. Although bugs don't tend to fly well in rain. Oh well. Well, I couldn't do it single-handedly, trying to get this magpie moth back into nature, and it's still quite wet. I wonder how would this moth will potentially work. Oh, I think I've just let it drop. Oh no. Wow. I think it's goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Magpie Moth. Have a safe journey down through the rain. And hopefully you won't get yourself washed up like a flippin' spider. Okay, that's about it. So, if you really enjoyed this very strange video on YouTube, please give this video a like. Subscribe for more flat videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.